Hey guys, hello, good morning. It is Tuesday morning. I have no idea on the date. October 7th. It's way too early in the morning to start this, but we're flying to Detroit. Easy day, great crew, no complaints. We got 166 passengers booked. We'll see what happens there. I'm flying lead, which is, my favorite position, and I think that's it.
Which is cool.
You have to remind me to tell you about my decision about that house I saw yesterday, because I want to let you know about that. I'll see you guys later. Hey guys, hi, welcome to Detroit. I am really digging this room. I'm not doing a tour because, well, there you go, there's the whole room. I really am digging the color scheme though. This denim colored wall. It's a little bit deeper in real life than you see on camera, with that chocolate colored headboard edge there and that beige. Really quite nice, very, very pretty. The chair here in the corner is sort of an olive. Really nice color combination, so I'll try to keep that in mind for a future use. I'm actually going to take a photograph of it just to kind of remember this color combination. I like it a lot. This last flight was super, really super. I'm thinking the past week or two, I think almost all of my flights have been perfectly easy. You get the occasional high, just make sure the mask is up over your nose, that kind of thing. But flights lately have been a lot easier than they were last month. I don't know why, but we've had less challenges in the air than usual, which I'm very grateful for. Speaking of being grateful, it's October 7th, I think it is. It's October 7th, and furloughs happened for a lot of 8,099, I think it was, American flight attendants. I don't know how many United flight attendants were furloughed, but many of them. And on top of not just furloughs, but those people who were either asked or strongly suggested to take voluntary time off, those people have been out of work, not only out of work for a week, but with anybody on furlough, their health insurance is bye-bye. Like, no health insurance during this time of crisis. I was just watching Sarah Nelson, who is the president of the AFA, the Association of Flight Attendants. She was just doing an interview. It was a YouTube clip I saw. And she's very emotional anyway. She's quick to show emotion. But she was trying really hard to fight back the tears. And I kind of want to cry now about just the idea of there are flight attendants out there pregnant who are going to have to give birth without their health insurance. There are people with chronic illnesses without their health insurance. And she said, 1 in 14 jobs in America is tied to the aviation industry. I didn't know that, but it's just a crushing time. And so, anytime I'm tempted to complain about any aspect of my job, I have to remember all those people I really have come to care about that work for other airlines that have been furloughed or have lost their jobs, not just here, but in Europe and Asia and all around the world. At least in America, I don't know about other parts of the country, but in America, at least we, for the most part, in the union airlines, deal with furloughs in seniority, in order of seniority, rather than in Europe. Sometimes it's a matter of how many points you have against you or how many demerits you have if you've called out a lot, sick, and seniority doesn't seem to really affect your job security very much, from what I understand. But so just very grateful and a little emotional after watching that clip from Sarah Nelson. She was choking up and she was trying not to cry on national news, and I'm doing the same thing, trying not to cry, because it's such an emotional time, and I feel so badly for my brothers and sisters in wings. So if you're listening and if you're there for some reason watching my stupid videos, boy, I'm really sorry, and I really do hope this all passes quickly so you can get back in the air. And for people who aren't flight attendants, and I know I'm harping on this for a long time, people who aren't flight attendants may not understand how huge this is. Like 100,000 flight attendants and pilots and aviation workers are out of work without their health insurance. But their families, those people who have families, children, dependents, are also now without insurance. And it's just, it's heartbreaking. These days, I'm all the more grateful for my job and my airline. The flight was great. That's a tangent, right? The flight was great. It was 3 hours and 26 minutes. So easy peasy. Tomorrow we fly to Fort Lauderdale, and I have 20 and a half hours into Fort Lauderdale. If the weather's nice, I might leave the room. If it's not nice, I'll just hang out. I brought my laptop with me. What was I trying to remember to tell you? Oh, okay. So I made a decision about the house. If you've been watching my videos, following me on my journey into purchasing my first home, doesn't that sound surreal to you? Me, you know, I mean, 4 years ago, living in a car, and now trying to scrounge enough money together to buy a house. So that place I looked at yesterday, I was tempted, so tempted. It was this close for making an offer on that house. Because if you watch the video, I think I just posted it last night or this morning. It's such a cute place. And the things that I really liked about it, that fireplace was so cute. I could totally see myself literally doing marshmallows in that fireplace. The space was great. The outdoor space was great. Everything about it was so good, except I was watching the video and one of you guys wrote under the comment section to notice the sink. And I looked at the sink, and go back and look at that video. The sink is like this big. I've had bigger sinks in my hotel rooms. There's no way you could literally wash a large pot in that sink. I mean, it was so small. There wasn't a dishwasher, which isn't a deal breaker. I've never had one. But that sink was tiny. The noise I would try to get used to for the most part, and I think I would eventually, but I don't feel like I have to have that in my life every day. What else? There was, the frosted windows. I know that it was secure and people can't see inside, but just the sense of this frosted windows just kind of, it seems to box me in somehow, on top of the fact that they had those gorgeous plantations style shutters. It just felt very closed in. There was lots of light, but still for some reason I couldn't see out. So that was a problem. The biggest issue was the HOA. I didn't tell you yesterday because I really didn't want that to sway my opinion. But many of you did point it out. The HOA is $280. Yeah, $280. My mortgage, including the mortgage insurance, which is only $20 because my mortgage would be small. The HOA, the principal, taxes, my mortgage was going to be $1,093. And I was like, you know what? I could make that work. I really could make that work. I'd have to do without some things, but I've been doing without to save money, so I'm sure I can continue doing it. I'd have to go without a car for a while. It would take me a lot longer to save for a car. But I'm like, I could do that. And then some of you guys pointed out, and my friends, when I told them how much the HOA was, they were like, what? That's like 30%, almost 30% of the mortgage. And that's not building equity. That's just going out the window. And as much as I like that house, that single point was really the reason I decided to not go for that house. My realtor messaged me this morning while I was at work. I didn't get the message till I landed, that there have been 2 offers placed on the house. So I do think that the woman who owns the house would have chosen me because we really did have a wonderful connection. We really had a lot of connection. She has a lot of family members in sobriety. We bonded over the cats, really had a great time. So I really think she would have sold me the house, but the HOA plus those other issues were real negative. But it did teach me to that there are places out there with at my price point. So if not this one, there'll be something, you know. So I'm gonna stay where I am for a little bit. Oh, I'm not sure if I told you, the woman who lives there wanted to stay there while she finished building her house in Washington State, and then also packed. And she hadn't started packing, and she has decades worth of stuff. So she'd be there through well into December. So I'm like, I don't know. So the search continues. I just had a bite to eat, and this is going to feel like a commercial. I have almost never, I don't remember having had a frozen meal that I enjoyed this much. Jen sent me a cookbook. I don't know how my videos get this long. I've already been talking for 10 minutes. Jen sent me a cookbook from Jeffrey at this channel, this YouTube channel called Pressure Luck. And I read that cookbook almost every night. It's next to my bed. I look through it and I think, oh, I'll do that, I'll do this. I haven't done one thing. I haven't touched my Instant Pot in like a month. And I didn't last night either. But I bought this at the grocery store. It's macaroni and cheese. It was on sale for $3.50 or something. I don't think I've ever had, it was like restaurant quality macaroni and cheese. The broccoli, because I love broccoli and macaroni and cheese, was fresh and vibrant and you know, al dente. It wasn't mush. The cheese sauce was delicious, and it had breadcrumbs, panko breadcrumbs on top. It was just fantastic. I have spent $20 on macaroni and cheese at a restaurant. Not recently, but back in Boston, when I lived in Dorchester, there's a place called Ashmont Grill right on Ashmont, and their macaroni and cheese was like $15, $20. This beats it. So I hope you're not listening to Ashmont Grill. Sorry, because that would be disappointing. And if you're still watching this video, Stephanie, these pretzels with peanut butter in them, I love these things. I've already eaten probably half the bag, and the macaroni and cheese, and I've eaten some little tangerines. I'm stuffed. Don't, Stephanie, thank you. Don't send those again. That was $4 for the bag, plus shipping, unless you are Prime. But I can get those at the dollar store for $1. So don't do that again. They're delicious, but don't, because you paid $4 for that bag, and I can get a bag half that size for $1. So thank you. I love you, but they are yummy. And I think somebody sent me a box. I don't know who it was, but for some reason I'm thinking Carol. I will open that when I get home. I am right now going to play a little video game, try to stay awake, because as much as I want to take a nap, we have a 5 a.m. van time. So I'm trying to stay awake at least until like 6:30, 7 o'clock tonight, so I can get a good night's sleep. Right now it is 5:11, so I'll stay awake for a couple more hours, and then I will try and get a good night's sleep, and I will see you tomorrow morning. All right, sorry for rambling. Some of you like it though. Talk to you later.
Can you hear the fire alarm? Oh my God. Oh, how is it getting louder? Yes, how is it getting louder? Oh. Well. Oh. Thank God. Oh. Now how to get back to... Oh, hi. How to get back to sleep. Oh, God.
Hey guys, so I was gonna say good morning, but it's not. It is 4:45 here in Detroit in the AM. Boy, this was probably one of the worst night's sleep I've had in this career so far. Really bad. And usually I sleep really well here in Detroit. But you know, we got here in the afternoon, late afternoon, got to the room, and I tried to wait, and I did. I waited until like 8 o'clock, 8:30 before getting in bed. I had to wake up at about 3:45. That was what I had set my alarm for. But you know, 8 o'clock, 8:30 to my body is 5:30 in the afternoon. And getting to sleep was almost impossible. So I took a melatonin. I still didn't really I don't think I really got to sleep till about 10 o'clock here in Detroit. And then the fire alarm went off at like 5 past midnight, which again, to my body is 9 p.m., right? So I tried to get back in bed and get to sleep, and I may have dozed on and off, but not really. What I ended up doing is trying to make myself fall asleep by playing this video game that's very repetitive on my phone. It usually makes me kind of want to go to sleep. I tried that. I tried a meditation app that usually successfully puts me to sleep. No luck. Then I went on Zillow, of course, browsing around, bored. Watching YouTube videos with like sleepy time, whatever, nothing. I'm just laying there in bed and I can hear my own heartbeat in my ears. That's where I was. I mean, it was just impossible. And so about 4 o'clock this morning, I tried really even the last minute just to get like 5 minutes with my eyes closed, and it didn't do anything. So I showered real quick. I didn't shave. I'm not going to shave. I'm wearing a mask all day. I don't care. I have a Rockstar with like 300 milligrams of caffeine, and I made time, because I had time, to make myself a little turkey and cheddar sandwich, which I will eat for breakfast as I walk downstairs, because it's 4:48 in the morning, and yeah, rather than run late, I'd rather eat the sandwich in the hotel lobby. So one of my thoughts this morning is of all of my peers of YouTube flight attendants who title their YouTube videos "The Real Life of a Flight Attendant," you know, and it's like, I don't know, I'm, you know, flying off to Jamaica, or I'm on a layover in Milan, you know, and I'm like, the real life of a flight attendant sometimes is being so tired that you want to cry, and you kind of have to just go to work like that and smile the whole damn time, you know. Thankfully, today is just one leg from Detroit to Fort Lauderdale. And I'll get into Fort Lauderdale late morning, I think, there, and I'm just going to go to sleep. I have 20 and a half hours in Fort Lauderdale. One of my I almost said roommates, one of my crewmates is going to go to the beach, I think, and honestly, sorry, I wish I were going to do something more interesting for you, but no, I think I'm just going to sleep. I'm going to play a video game and sleep, and just, that's it. That's all I'm going to do. That's my plan. So I'm going to stop yapping because I've got 11 minutes now to get downstairs. Psych myself up for a one leg that I hope is as easy as yesterday. I'm not going to curse myself. And we'll see you in at the airport, or maybe in Fort Lauderdale. Who knows? Let's see if I make this. Man.
Yo, PA check. How you doing back there, guys? What's up, guys? How you doing? How you doing, baby? You look good. You look good. What's going on? How you doing? How you doing?
All right, I don't know if I've really used that voice before on one of my videos.
How you doing, guy? Hey, what's up?
It's a survival mechanism. Let's see. We are, oh my God, the caffeine is slowly taking effect in my brain. The flight time to Fort Lauderdale from Detroit is 2 hours and 43 minutes. So that's not bad. And I've got enough caffeine to get me to Fort Lauderdale. So I'll see you there. Made it to Fort Lauderdale, and you would not believe there was a pandemic going on. Look, the place is packed. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Hey guys, hi. So I made it to the hotel room here in Fort Lauderdale. Our shuttle driver gave us some sad news in that it seems like we're going to be changing hotels. I haven't heard anything about this from my company, but the shuttle driver told us that come November, we're going to be moving over to a different hotel, one of which our company uses for housing people during training. And that's good and bad news. I think there's some shopping nearby. I think there's a grocery store nearby, so that'll be good. But I'll miss this hotel, actually. I like this hotel, and the one we stay at across the street where there's like a whole kitchen usually, so I'll miss that. But I think 2 of my crew members are going to be going over to the beach to whatever beach is nearby, Hollywood Beach, something like that. I am not. I'm going to jump into that bed that's peeking out over there and take a nap because I am wiped out. I did not sleep. I may have I may have had like 2.5 hours sleep, not even 3. So I'm going to take a nap. I'm going to have some food heating up in my Hot Logic Mini because we don't have a microwave, I don't think. Then I might go for a walk. There's a little shopping area nearby. I might just walk around, look at stuff. Then come back, eat dinner, and then go to bed. We have a 6 a.m. van time. Tomorrow we're flying to Orlando and then to Las Vegas. So, and I'll be home for a couple of days. All right, ready for a nap. I'll talk to you guys later. Hey guys, hi. So, I've taken a nap, maybe 2 hours, a really good, much needed nap. Had some lunch, and then I decided to go for a walk around the shopping area that's outside our hotel. I didn't go to the beach because I just needed a nap. I just wanted to go to sleep, and I'm probably 20 pounds overweight, if not more. So there's no lying on the beach for me. And I didn't want to spend $20, $30 on an Uber round trip to get to the beach, to walk around and look at other people who are thin. I could make the decision to lose weight, but I guess I'm not suffering too much yet. But so instead of spending that much money on an Uber, of course, shh, I shouldn't have done it. But I went to TJ Maxx and I found something that I love. I'll show it to you when I get to the hotel room. And if anyone remembers me trying to look for that little waterproof light a few weeks ago when I was here in Fort Lauderdale last, I went to Five Below and they had one, so I got it. Yeah, so I'll show you those things when I get back to the hotel room. Of course, I'm filming while I walk through a parking lot because, you know, I'm fabulous and fantastic that way. So many other YouTubers present themselves as like these Instagram fabulous people, and then there's me walking through a parking lot, unshaved, humble. All right, I'm gonna get hit by a car, so I will see you guys later. Oh, look at this glow on the top of my bald head. I'm gonna consider it a halo. That's my halo right there. I know. So, I went into the shopping area that's across the street from the hotel. I know I had no business going over there because there are stores there. And you know what happens when you go into a store, especially something like TJ Maxx? Yeah. Now, I have no business spending money because I'm trying to save money for a house. You know, I need to have an inspection done. I have to have, like, a down payment, closing costs mostly because it's a seller's market and who knows what's going to happen. And if it's the house that it doesn't have a bus line, I'm going to have to buy a car, washer and dryer, refrigerator, who knows what I'm going to have to buy, right? So I have no right to spend money, but I was in TJ Maxx. Just walking around looking, you know. It's like walking into a pet store. I'm not going to buy a cat, so I'll just walk around. Well, I found this. Of course, who's surprised I bought a cat fountain? And who's surprised I'm giddy about it? Nobody. So I bought this. It's a stainless steel 96-ounce pet fountain or water fountain for a cat. I watched a couple YouTube videos on reviews about this fountain, and they all seemed fairly good. They all seemed pretty happy with them. I went on Amazon because you go to Amazon to price compare things, and this fountain was like $45 or something like that. It was $19.99 at TJ Maxx, so I had to buy it. And then I went to Amazon and found filters. So I bought like 6 filters because I'll need them, right? There was one filter in here, but it holds 96 ounces. And I know, there's a few of you who really know my channel well enough that you know how many pet water fountains I have in my tiny studio apartment. And you know that the number is 4. I already have 4 water. I know, I'm crazy. But there's one in the window that's actually getting kind of mossy. The surface is getting kind of gross. It doesn't stop the cats from drinking out of it. In fact, they drink out of that one more than they drink out of the other ones. I don't know. Maybe it feels more like nature because there's like moss or something. I don't know. But it's in the window, so it gets a lot of light. But that one's getting kind of gross. So I can replace it with this one. I'm super excited about it. Did I mention it was $40 or $45 on Amazon? I'm so psyched. I am so psyched. This is so great. Stainless steel. You know, I'll show you in a future video, but look at that, right? The water bubbles out of there, pools in there. That is so great. I wonder what TSA is going to think when they see this in my suitcase. If I get randomed, they'll think it's a bedpan or something, I'm sure. But, so I got this water fountain. I don't know why I unpacked it. And then, if you watch my video, my last longish layover in Fort Lauderdale, I went over to Five Below to look for one of these. It's a waterproof light, LED light with a little remote control, and it glows different colors. One of my coworkers on that flight had one, and he tucked it under the ice bag when we do snack and beverage service at nighttime. And it wasn't garish. It was a very soft, pretty glow, and I thought it was so cute. And I figured it's easy enough to like wash with soap and water before I tuck it under the ice pack. But yeah, so I'm super excited about it. And I got batteries so I can use it tomorrow. Oh yeah, this is great. Yeah, it's cute. $5. So it makes me happy. We'll see. And lastly, anybody old enough to remember Mallow Cups? They were half off, so I figured I'd buy a package. It's like a peanut butter cup with marshmallow and a little bit of coconut. I love them. It's an old lady's candy, of course. And for anybody out there who's somehow inspired to buy some and send them to me, I'm looking at you, Stephanie. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't. Please don't. Because first, I don't need anybody else feeding my fat belly other than me. And then it's chocolate. Las Vegas is still very hot, so it would melt like crazy. So don't, if you please, forget I even showed this to you. But I'm really going to enjoy this tonight for my dessert. I have more macaroni and cheese for dinner. So now I'm going to try and find a way to pack that giant stainless steel fountain in my luggage. I think I have room. Then I'm going to play a little bit of a video game. Of course, hit Zillow, Redfin, MLS, and Realtor.com for properties just to see if anything new popped up. And then I'm going to try and get in bed early tonight because I have a 6 a.m. van time. And there you go. I will see you tomorrow unless something really wacky or freaky happens tonight. Then of course I'll tell you and say hi. All right, until then, until next time, I'll see you later. Or in a second in your time. All right, good morning, guys. Hi. It's 5:52. I've got 8 minutes to get downstairs. I'm at the elevator, so no problems. Thankfully, this morning there was ice in the ice machine nearby. Sometimes they don't work. I just need enough ice to keep my lunch meat cold for today, my cheese, my rice pudding, which is what I'll be eating later on today on a ciabatta roll, of course. This is peanut butter and honey, my normal breakfast, and let's go to the airport. Yay! Look at the mists. The magical mists of Orlando. Hi. So we've arrived in Orlando. 41-minute flight, completely full flight. The flight was packed. And it's very humid here in Orlando. You can tell by all the condensation. So great crew. As I mentioned, my crew member who was running a few minutes late, she made it. Plenty of time. Someone else helped us board. Passengers were great. No complaints. And yeah, so we're going to be flying to Vegas now. We're blocked at 4 hours and 55 minutes. I'm hoping it's less. Oh, buddy. Buddy. Oh, my buddy. Hi. Oh, wait. Let's go over here. Oh, hello. Oh. So, hi, guys. Clearly, I'm home. It's been a couple days since that last trip, since I saw you, which was leaving Orlando, going back to Vegas. That leg of the trip could have been easier, and that's an understatement. Got cat's bit on my nose. The trip could have been easier. That leg could have been easier. We had one person vaping in the lavatory in the back. And you know, when someone's vaping or smoking a cigarette, all sorts of alarms go off, and it's an alarm that you really don't want to see, and it kind of looks like something worse than it really is. And you know, and the flight deck sees all sorts of alarms up in the front as well. So everyone's really surprised, and it's not a good one. It's not a really great surprise. And the person who's usually smoking or vaping, they might think they're breaking a rule, but nothing really serious. You know, I really do wish that when you're booking a ticket online, you were forced to watch a video either on what happens to people who don't buckle their seatbelt, or what happens when an oxygen system catches fire. You know, I really do wish, because he was just oblivious. Oh, sorry, you know, and yeah, so he came out of the lab, and apparently my coworker, Kenley, who is just always on the money. He's always so vigilant. You know, he bangs on that door, and the guy comes out and swears that he's not vaping. And apparently it's like trailing out of his nose still. And Kenley's like, I can see it in your nose. He's very nice. He's very, very sweet, but he's always on the money. But you know, when the guy was like, I wasn't vaping, he's like, I can see it coming out of your nose. He was so funny. Yeah, so the guy stopped. He complied in that we told him to stop, otherwise there's consequences. And in that he did stop right away meant there's no consequences. At least it's just whatever. I wrote a safety report. That's what I did. It still just soured my mood a little bit, because, you know, people with examples like masks and this vaping incident, people just don't seem to care about other people very much, especially in situations that are really potentially very dangerous. Every rule, unfortunately, that is written for air traffic safety is written in blood. People have died for almost every thing we ask you to do. People have died, you know, whatever. And then really most upsetting was this lovely woman. She was lovely. This older woman, she purchased some food items, and I really can't call it food. We don't really sell food. We sell snacks. It's not really food. But we sell some snacks and beverages, you know, on the plane. And she hadn't really had time to grab food at the airport in Orlando. So she was depending on us to provide something of some sustenance for a 4-hour and 26-minute flight, I think. So she bought a few snack items, and in coming back up to the forward galley, and I don't want to harp on this because it's not common in my airline. It used to be. There was a period of time this happened all the time. But we walked by, and I went to smile at her. Hey, how are you? You know, and she was visibly pained. Her face was drawn, and she was clearly uncomfortable. I'm like, what's going on? Hi, you know, and one of the items that she had purchased was spoiled in a very dramatic fashion. Something that I would have thought would have been caught by our catering company, and it was bad. And I failed to mention this lovely woman had just been diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, and she was flying to Vegas just to get her mind off of this, just for a weekend or so, you know, just for a few days. She was going to spend her time in Vegas with a friend, and this happened. And so she spent like an hour vacillating between crying out of just revulsion, and she's exhausted, and she's disgusted by the spoiled item. It was bad. And just being upset in general, you know. And so I spent a fair amount of time on my knees in the aisle, holding one of her hands and rubbing her back, you know, and just kind of caring a little, you know. And her friend that she was meeting she didn't know when her flight was coming in. She was also meeting her in Vegas. So I gave her my phone number, and I said, you know, I'm off for 2 days. If you need a friend, if you need anything, please, because she was visibly upset. And after I tried to care for her, I was visibly upset. I was just so upset. You know, I really feel it. Because I felt responsible in the fact that I'm the one that served her the item, you know. And the cabin's dim, so you really can't see everything really good. In the future, guess who's going to be turning the lights on kind of bright doing service? Yeah, because I can't let that happen again. And I can't trust our catering company, honestly, but blah, blah, blah. I'm going on way longer than I really should be about that topic. But, the reason I haven't filmed an ending to this video is I've just been in a bad mood for a couple of days. That last leg, thank God I have a good crew, but that last leg just really, just the lack of respect for other people, and then seeing this just enormously lovely woman who was so patient and kind, and weeping because of something I had inadvertently done. And it was just, on top of the fact that I can't seem to find a house, the buses lately have been just more adventurous lately than ever. And it's just soul crushing. You know, I want to just spend money on Ubering when I can. But honestly, that would be a couple $100 a month that I could be putting towards a house or a car. And blah, blah, you know what, blah, blah, blah. And I've gained weight, but I'm still not willing to change my habits. Just in a bad mood, honestly, for a couple of days. You know, my flight benefits, the people I choose to be on my flight benefits, that we can change that once a year. A person who I value so much in my life, and I've known him for 20-something years now. I love him like a brother or a sister, and he's had my flight benefits, and he's never used them, not once. Now, he has a mother who needs a lot of care, and so I know that he doesn't want to leave her, but it's like, I don't know, I just, that's coming up. I get to choose a new person for my flight benefits, or just keep him on he's probably watching this video. So, I mean, I'm probably going to let him stay on my flight benefits, but it's kind of frustrating that no one uses them, you know. Wouldn't you use flight benefits?
And no, I'm not giving him to you. All right, so yeah, I've just been in a rotten mood, and it hasn't really improved. I've spent a lot of time with the cats, and that's helped some, but I've just been in a rotten mood for like 2.5 days, so I didn't pick up my camera. And on a last note, and I hope the person who's sending this, who sent this to me, which is Diane, I hope she's still watching, because I want to show you something that she sent me. Diane, I got a package in the mail. I'm not expecting it. Clearly, she's seen one of my other videos that I do enjoy, Werther's. And then she sent me this. Hopefully, this will keep an eye on Buddy, Claire, and Eleanor. And she spelled Claire correctly, so I thank you very much for doing it. It's C-L-A-R-E. I'm very thankful I found you on YouTube. You're truly one in a million. Well, thank you very much. I don't feel it right now, but she sent me a webcam so I could keep an eye on my cats. Isn't that the sweetest thing? Now, unfortunately, Diane, I'm going to have to keep this boxed up and safe for a future use, hopefully in a future home, because the Wi-Fi in my apartment is very unsteady. I get about 10 minutes of it, and then I'm kicked off of it. I don't pay for it, it's free, but it's also the quality of free. So this, I'll be with you in a minute. Eleanor is rolled up on the floor, like with her belly out, wanting a scratch. I'll get you, hold on a minute. Oh, I love this one. Buddy's my favorite, but I do love Eleanor. Hello, Eleanor. So my, the Wi-Fi in my apartment is just not steady. I get maybe 10 minutes out of it, and then it just drops before what I'm doing. So I'm going to save that webcam for my future home, wherever it will be. So I want to thank you very much. And lastly, I think she watches most of my videos. Oh, they've chewed on it. Well, oops. Hold on, honey. I want to love you a little bit more. Oh. All right, everybody say goodbye to Eleanor. Hey. All right, go. Go. Ooh, you wanted the love. This is a card from Ms. BS. She sends me cards periodically, and it just brightens my mood. The cats have chewed the corner of this one. Oh my gosh. But it's just peeking in. It's like a baby buddy. Oh, and look at the pattern on that. I didn't see that. Have an opulent October and a haunting Halloween. Isn't that lovely? I'll be working on Halloween. I picked up a trip. It's gonna kill me. It's a Newark turn from Las Vegas. So I fly to Newark and then I fly back. Yeah, it's gonna kill me. But I wanted to thank you for this. This is incredibly thoughtful. I've thought about it, getting a webcam, but again, my Wi-Fi is just so bad. All right, so I'm going to end this. I've talked much longer than I thought I would. No surprise to anybody, because you know my mood has not improved much over the past couple of days, and I was just planning on saying thanks. I wanted to end this here. Goodbye. But you know me, I can talk through anything. All right, so I will talk to you guys later. I start and I still talk. I start a 4-day trip tomorrow with a super long layover in Atlanta. But my plans have evaporated because my friends are all in the Smoky Mountains this week. So I don't know what I'll do, but you'll be with me. So I'll see you guys later. Fly safe. Bye.